In love with a married man? 10 hard truths you need to hear. Falling in love is one of the most wonderful feelings in the world, but when you're in love with a married man, that bliss can quickly turn into a tangled mess of confusion, guilt, and frustration. No one ever sets out to fall for someone who's already committed to someone else, but sometimes, love doesn't play by the rules. You might feel exhilarated in the moments you share together, but then reality hits hard as you realize the complexity of the situation. The guilt, the secrecy, and the uncertainty can be overwhelming. If you're reading this, you're probably searching for answers, seeking some clarity to understand this whirlwind of emotions. In this article, we'll explore the harsh truths about being in love with a married man. These truths won't be easy to hear, but they might just be the wake-up call you need to take charge of your life and move forward with greater clarity and strength. 1. Can you trust him? When you fall in love with a married man, the first thing you must consider is whether you can truly trust him. If he's already in a committed marriage, there's likely a lot of deception going on. He's lying to his wife, and sometimes he may even lie to you. Did he tell you up front about his marriage, or did he hide it from you? If he's capable of deceiving his wife, it's hard to believe that he won't lie to you as well. Even if he promises to leave his wife for you, there's no guarantee he wouldn't betray you in the future. 2. You might not be his first. If he's not planning on leaving his wife, the chances are high that you're not the first woman to occupy this role. You may not be the only one who's been seduced by his charm and promises. Being involved with a married man often means being just another chapter in a long story of affairs. It's important to ask yourself, are you just another temporary distraction, or do you have something more meaningful in his eyes? 3. Don't waste your time waiting. A lot of time in these types of relationships is spent waiting. Waiting for him to text you, waiting for him to find an excuse to leave his wife, waiting for his attention. You end up putting your life on hold, hoping that he'll make you a priority someday. But time is precious, and you shouldn't waste it waiting around for a man who can't or won't fully commit to you. You deserve someone who can give you their full, undivided attention and build a life together, not someone who keeps you on the sidelines. 4. You are not his priority. No matter how many sweet things he says or how much affection he shows, the reality is that you will never be his number one priority. His wife and children, if he has any, will always come first. You're the other woman, the one he sneaks around with, but his family is his true responsibility. In the long run, this can be deeply unsatisfying, and the longer you're involved with him, the more you'll realize that you deserve better than being second choice. 5. The way he talks about his wife speaks volumes. Listen closely to how he speaks about his wife. If he's constantly belittling her, disrespecting her, or complaining about her, that's a huge red flag. If he can't show respect for the woman he's married to, how can you expect him to truly respect you? Words are easy, but actions speak louder. If he doesn't speak about his wife with a certain level of respect, it's likely that he won't show you the same. 6. He's probably not going to leave his wife. Let's face it, very few married men actually leave their wives for their lovers. Sure, they may promise they will, but it's a lot easier said than done. Divorce is messy, expensive, and emotionally draining, and even if he's unhappy in his marriage, it's not as simple as just walking away. The reality is that most men will stay in their marriages, even if they're not happy, for the sake of convenience, children, or other obligations. Don't get your hopes up. His words are just words, and his actions rarely align with them. 7. You might be thrilled by the risk. There's no denying that the secrecy and thrill of being with a married man can feel exhilarating. There's an undeniable sense of excitement when you're sneaking around, having stolen moments together. But here's the truth. Once the affair becomes public or the relationship evolves, that excitement fades. You might enjoy the adrenaline of a forbidden love now, But what happens when it turns into a routine, or worse, when the risk is gone and the reality sets in? 8. If kids are involved, you're playing with fire. If this married man has children, the stakes are even higher. His relationship with his children will inevitably be affected by his decision to leave his wife. The children might not accept you, and the friction between you and him could intensify. Children are often more resilient than we think, but they also struggle with loyalty to their parents. If you become part of his life, be prepared to face resistance and negativity from his family, which will only make things harder. 9. His marriage issues aren't all about her. It's easy to blame his wife for all the problems in their marriage, but the reality is that it's not always her fault. Yes, they may have compatibility issues or an unhappy dynamic, but he might have deeper problems that would show up in any relationship, including yours. If he's had trouble making his marriage work, what makes you think that the same issues won't crop up between you two down the line? Don't idealize the relationship. Every relationship has its own set of challenges. 10. You are temporary. This is the hardest pill to swallow, but you need to hear it. You are, at best, a temporary fix in his life. Affairs are often just a quick escape from the problems at home, and when the initial excitement fades, so does the allure of the relationship. Once the thrill of sneaking around wears off, the reality of your situation will set in. He may eventually tire of the secrecy, the constant juggling of two lives, and the emotional strain. In the end, affairs rarely last, and you might be left with nothing when the dust settles. Moving forward, what to do now? If you're reading this, you're likely feeling conflicted. You love him, but you know deep down that this situation isn't healthy. The most important thing you can do right now is to take a step back. Ask yourself if this is really the type of relationship you want. Do you want to keep playing second fiddle, or do you deserve more? The answers might be hard to face, but they're essential for your future happiness. Take the time to heal and focus on your own life. Pursue your passions, invest in your friendships, and build a life that's fulfilling, independent of anyone else. You deserve someone who can offer you their heart freely, without secrets or complications. And once you let go of this unhealthy relationship, you'll open the door to new possibilities, new love, and a brighter future. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comment section down below, and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.